Okay guys, well today we went down to Tesla and picked up our brand new white Model Y. This car only came out in Australia about a month ago, and I thought since we've got it, we'll do a quick video on the differences between the Model Y and the old Model 3. Now both these cars are 2022 models. They're both purchased in the last 6 months. They're both basically brand new, just different models. You can see by the number plate in the front corner that the Model Y is significantly higher. The Model Y is more of the SUV shape. Now I was really cautious about labeling this an SUV because I come from Nissan Patrols and Toyota Land Cruisers, and I really love their driving position. I really love the height you get and the advantage you get that you can see over other vehicles. To be brutally honest, I thought there was going to be a nearly negligible height difference between these two. I thought we were going to be talking 100 mil with basically an identical car, but I was completely wrong. This is a completely different drive. It's much higher off the ground, and I picked it up instantly. Coming from my Model 3 and driving this home, I knew instantly that this was what I wanted to buy next. This car rides 170, 200 mil higher, which is only that much. But when you're talking about everyone else being this tall and you're this tall, it makes such a significant difference in traffic. Just being able to look over the cars, read the traffic, it makes driving around so much nicer. Now obviously this is going to be a tighter car. It's lower to the ground. If you've got a need for speed and you want to buy a performance model, you might want to go the Model 3. But honestly, if you are in any of the rest of that category, which is about 90% of people, I'd go the Model Y any day of the week. It's not much more expensive, $5,000 to $10,000 depending on current pricing. Now it's worth stating these are both standard range rear wheel drives, so they're identical in the fit out. Now honestly, the power difference between these two is negligible. This is a little bit slower off the mark. I presume it's because of A, its weight, B, its height, and C, the bigger wheels. With the bigger wheels, I presume they didn't change the gearing, so they're probably running the exact same motors, but with bigger wheels, you always get less torque and higher top speed. Having a look at the clearances, I've got my Samsung Z Flip here, and you can see if I put it underneath the Model 3, it sits up against the guard with about 25 mil or an inch from the underside of the car. And then if I move across to the white Model Y, I actually have to hold the phone there because it won't rest on the underside. So going from there, you can see this grey Model 3 has 19-inch wheels with a relatively thin tread, where this white Model Y has 19-inch rims as well, but with a much, much thicker tread. I would guess just with the size of this wheel on the Model Y alone, you'd be gaining 30 to 40 mil of clearance under the car. So looking at seating position for entry and exit, if we go to the grey Model 3, if we put the electric seat as high as it goes, you can see sitting on the edge here, my knees are at 90 degrees, just over. But jumping across to the white Model Y, you can see that little bit of height makes a big, big difference. My legs are now more like 45 degrees, making it a lot easier to enter and exit the vehicle and a lot more comfortable for anyone elderly or with bad knees. Having a look at the range of the Model Y, you can see this seat goes so far forward, it's actually hilarious. And if Grandpa does jump in your car and take it for a drive, all you have to do is click one button and it will restore your seat to your exact driving position every time. Okay, coming around having a look at the boot of the Model 3. You can see in the boot there's this massive void. I keep my toolbox under there with anything else I might need over time that I don't need to see each day. There's also a pocket on the left, and you can see if I come up the front and put this seat down, we can go straight through from the boot to the front of the car. That is with a parcel shelf above it. So although you get a full length, that height is quite restricted. I have used this multiple times. I go to Bunnings, I buy something and it's just slightly too long to fit in the car, flip one of the seats down and get it home. Having a look in the back of the Model Y, you can see we've got so much more room to begin with because we've got rid of the parcel shelf and the boot has opened up much higher. That being said, the large boot in the Model Y does get offset by the fact you get worse vision when looking in the rear vision mirror. In the Model Y, you've got pockets to the left and right. You've still got this large underside storage, but now they're incorporating this flip up that the actual storage lid stays in place once you've opened it. And I would say this is close to twice as deep as a storage tub in the Model 3. Then on top of that, the Model Y has this secondary storage tub in front of it, which allows you to flip it up and have even more storage again. The Model Y comes with these quick release seats. One click at the back and the seats drop forward. Both the Model Y and Model 3 can also be done manually from the front. So another cool feature about the Model Y, especially like me and you've got two baby seats, is the center seat folds down. So if you've got something that's too long to fit in the boot, you can fold just that center seat down, flip it down between the two kids' seats and fit in whatever that oversized item is that you would regularly have to get a trailer or a ute to pick up. Another really cool feature about the Model Y, which is definitely worth noting, is that due to the fact that we don't have a parcel shelf anymore, the rear seats are now reclinable. You can have them upright, one click back, or all the way back. So both cars have frunks, of course, because their motor is actually located between the rear wheels. So there's just a void up here. The Model 3 has a relatively large boot. Model Y is significantly bigger again. Now, just out of interest's sake, I'll show you my Model 3's frunk. This car is 5 months old. I take it down dirt roads all the time, and honestly, there's not a speck of dust in there. They seal really, really well. Okay, well, that was just a super quick run through of the differences between the white Model Y and the grey Model 3. If you have any questions or would like to see other videos of these cars, put it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.